Hey everyone, this is Joe with SignTracker. Thanks for joining me on this video where we're going to talk about contacts. So contacts in SignTracker, you can manage them really in jobs. So when you're setting up a new job, for example, let's say it's a brand new contact, you've never dealt with them before, you can enter all their information in on that new job. It'll automatically feed it into the contacts. You can also manage them here at the contacts. If you are planning on integrating with QuickBooks, whether desktop version or online version, it'd be better to do that more sooner than later, because basically it's a great way to get all your contacts in the system, and you can always add a new contact in SignTracker. When you give a new customer a quote, and then you send that quote over to QuickBooks for invoicing, it'll also set up a new customer if they're not already in QuickBooks. But when you bring your contacts over from QuickBooks, you'll have an opportunity also, if you had already entered in some contacts in SignTracker, you'll have the opportunity to merge them. You can also, if you're not planning on syncing with QuickBooks, that's okay too. You don't have to. You can just manually enter in new companies and new people. And the difference between a company and a person, by the way, the reason why we set it up this way is because a lot of folks, like let's say, for example, let's do a search. We're going to say we have this company, Allison Design. Now, you do a lot of work for this company, and so you have 20, 30 jobs you've done for them over the past few years. Well, you might have 4 or 5 different people that you deal with at that company. So now if I go into Bob's account here, I can see, okay, maybe I've done 30 jobs for this company, but here are the 5 or 6 jobs I've done with this particular contact at that company. So it's a great way to keep track of the history of who you're working with at what company. And again, when you're setting up a new job, you'll have the opportunity to add the company, you'll have an opportunity to add which contact of the company you're working with, and that's how it gets tagged in the context. And that's pretty typical of sign companies, I think, especially if you're working with a lot of architectural firms, general contractors, schools, design firms, you're going to find that. So, all right, let's go back to all of our contacts. If you're not going to integrate with QuickBooks, again, you can either manually enter them in, or you can upload a CSV. So if you export your Outlook or Google contacts, even if you decide you don't want to integrate with QuickBooks, you can still export as a CSV file all your QuickBooks contacts and then update them here. If you just have them on a spreadsheet, that's fine too. Or if you don't have, you don't have them on a spreadsheet, they're just, you feel like it would be easier to write them out on a spreadsheet, you can download our spreadsheet, open it up, and go ahead and just cut and paste columns with contacts or manually enter them in, and then just upload them from here. So let's talk about groups. So you can have many different groups. So let's say you have, like for example, I typed in this one, customers : property manager. You can go customers, churches, customers, all, vendors, installers. So you can organize them that way, distributors, whatever different types of, subcontractors you deal with, or anybody, you can add these different basically groups for your contact groups. And then when you're done editing your groups, you can just close that. And now you can associate any of these contacts with any of these groups. So let's say, this one, they're part of my they're part of my property management group. So now they're going to be in the group for property managers. And they can be in multiple groups. So you can have one that's just a client group, and then you could break it down by clients, schools, client, whatever. So these, just basically it's a good way to organize your contacts. Also, if say these 3 people were property managers and you wanted to send them an email, so you could click the email icon here, and it's going to launch your email. It's going to launch your email client, and it's going to put them in the blind CC, and then you can write them a note. Hey, this week we're honoring all of our property managers, blah blah blah, whatever. Or just a great way to reach out to folks. So you can also export all your contacts as a CSV. So if you were had a mass mailing program or something like that, emailing program, and you wanted to do emailing like that, email campaigns, you can export your CSV file and then import that information into a different program. So anyway, that is the contact management section. with SignTracker. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. Bye. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll be posting updated videos on a regular basis. And if you have any questions or suggestions, we'd love to hear from you through our chat tool found in the app. Thanks again. Have a great day.